Hi, I'm Quinn Alexander, and it is 2 days until the US release of Captain America Civil War. Oh my god, I am so excited! I have been dodging spoilers left and right for weeks. Last year, because of Age of Ultron, I couldn't go see it for a couple weeks after it was released. I went and looked up spoilers because I was so impatient. I'm still in denial over Clintasha. Whoops. But this year I'm not doing that. I can't do that for Civil War. No. I'm not going to do it. Haven't done it yet. So, there are a lot of things I am looking forward to in this movie. Here are a few of them. So, Bucky Barnes. Main big player in this movie. Sebastian, you do a wonderful job playing this character. Love this character. Love his acting. Love it. So, Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes are best friends, but they haven't really interacted a lot. Like a couple minutes in the first Avenger, and that's about it. So they get to interact in this movie. I'm really excited to see that. So Bucky Barnes versus Black Panther, and all the footage we've gotten of Black Panther so far is Black Panther kicking people's asses. Get wrecked. But in the highway scene where Bucky is being chased by T'Challa, who's being chased by Steve, I'm excited to see how that plays out. I'm excited to see how that started, why T'Challa is chasing Bucky. Right. I also want to know, does the Audi commercial have anything to actually do with that scene, or is that just like, let's just have Chris Evans driving a car? Whoops. So, and also the airport scene. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the airport scene. It's supposed to be really good. And I'm like, I'm so excited. All my favorite characters are beating each other up. No, don't beat each other up. You're beans. Stop it. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, Robert Downey Jr. and Team Iron Man were on Jimmy Kimmel, and they released a scene from Civil War, which was Bucky Barnes fighting Tony, fighting Sharon, fighting Natasha, and then fighting T'Challa. And I want to know, because in the comics, the Winter Soldier was programmed, so if he heard the word Sputnik, he would fall unconscious and then revert back to the Winter Soldier mind control. Yeah. I want to know if that is the result of Sputnik. I also want to know if that's the inciting incident, because it's probably not. It's probably not, don't get me wrong. But there is always that possibility. Another thing I'm really excited for is Natasha Romanoff interacting with Bucky Barnes. Because in the comics, they have a lot of history. They're like, he trains her. He's her boyfriend. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be too upset if that happened, but I'm still way into Clintasha. Also in the comics, Bucky and Natasha call each other by their original names, James and Natalia. And I'm like, it's really cute. I'm not a hardcore shipper, but it's really cute, and I really want to see this. Okay, the second person I want to talk about is Wanda Maximoff. She's so badass. I love all the new footage. She looks great. Her powers look great. She's probably one of the strongest Avengers. Strongest people on any side, and I'm excited. I'm scared, but excited. Yeah. That's basically how I am for the whole movie, but for Wanda, how did she learn how to use her powers? Like, last year she had just got, in Age of Ultron, she had just gotten her powers, and she's still really powerful, but now a year of training, and she can fly, she can mind control, she can use vision against himself. I'm excited, I'm scared. And I also want to know, does she ever lose control of her powers? Will this happen in Civil War? I don't know, maybe. I really want it to. I want to see the fallout of that. Okay, the third person I want to talk about is Ant-Man and his role in this movie, because, I mean, this guy's here for comedic value. That's probably why he's here. He's a really new character. I mean, he's a really good character, but he's really new. He's mostly going to provide humor in, like, the airport scene. In, like, really tense situations, he's going to be cracking jokes. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. But timing, hopefully, really good. Who does he fight in the airport scene? They released some of the footage of the airport scene beginning, and I think he goes to Natasha to fight, but I don't know. They cut it off right before I can tell, so I don't know. I really want to know what's going to happen then. And how does this shape his universe? I mean, he's one of the only Avengers with family outside of the Avengers. Like, he has a daughter. How does this shape his role as her father? How does he balance being Scott Lang and being Ant-Man? And I'm excited. I really want to see this. I want to see how this shapes his universe, how this will shape his sequel. He's like one of 3 of the characters who's guaranteed to make it out alive. And the other 2 are T'Challa and Spider-Man. And speaking of Spider-Man, let's talk about Spider-Man. How do they bring Peter Parker into this? How do they find Peter Parker? How does Tony recruit Peter? Like, does Peter intern at Stark Tech? Or how does this work? Tony Stark is going to be in Spider-Man's next movie. Next year. But that kind of disproved one of the theories I had for the ending. So, I'm going to talk about that later. Spider-Man versus Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There was some Spider-Man footage released a couple days ago where Peter swings through the glass of a airport terminal, and Sam and Bucky are running through it, and Peter kicks Sam, and then catches a punch thrown by Bucky. The metal arm, he catches that, like, he's cracking jokes, but he's fighting and holding his own against the Winter Soldier. I want to know how that happened. I want to know the aftermath. I just want to know everything. And also, I really want to know the context of the Hey Everybody scene. Like, I just want to know. Okay, the next person I want to talk about is Black Panther. I want to know his origin story. I want to know... I'm not really into the comics. I don't know that much about the Marvel comic universe. But... crap. But I heard something about his dad getting killed. And does this have to do with why he's chasing after Bucky so relentlessly? Because maybe it's the Winter Soldier got blamed. I don't know. I can't wait to find out. So Black Panther versus Cap. This is going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see this because T'Challa is very strong. He's a very strong human being. And then you add on this vibranium armor and vibranium claws in this, and it's going to be amazing. Vibranium and his armor and Cap's shield are made of the same thing. I want to see how that stands up to each other. It's gonna be great. I know. I can just tell. It's gonna be great. Okay, the 6th character I want to talk about is Crossbones. He's an ass, but he's supposed to play a very important role in the movie because in the comics he kills off a major character which shapes the entire universe. I don't want this to happen in the MCU, but if it happens, it happens. Does he survive to the end of the movie? Because, yes, in the comics, he does kill off a major character at the end. I believe he's involved in the inciting incident, which we don't know what it is yet. I think it's the bombing at the UN meeting. In the first trailer, they showed the glass building getting blown up. That's probably the inciting incident, blamed on the Winter Soldier. And the D23 Expo a couple months ago, they released a trailer which had Crossbones saying a line that went something like, you know, he remembered you, your pal, your buddy, your Bucky, to Steve. And that just sent all the Stucky shippers off like, OMG! Crossbones knows that Bucky loves Steve! Ah! I mean, yes, I did do that. A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I want to know the context of this. I want to hear the line. I want to see Steve's reaction. Is Bucky with him? I want to know. I really want to know. Okay? Okay. The 7th character I want to talk about is supposed to be the main villain of this film, Baron Zemo. Like I said before, I'm not really into the comics, so I don't know who he is, really. But he's supposed to play this huge role in the film, and we've only seen him, like, twice in one of the international trailers. Like, for a couple seconds at piece. And he has no dialogue yet. I'm excited, I'm scared. What does he have to do with this? Because all the media's been hyping about is Cap versus Tony, and yeah. Okay, I probably should have talked about this character first. It's a Captain America movie. Why haven't I talked about Captain America yet? So, Cap versus Iron Man, the entire premise of this movie. What is the inciting incident? What causes these two friends to go like, okay, I'm gonna fight. We're gonna fight to the death now. Not one of us is gonna make it out. Isn't gonna make it out. Okay? What started that? I know it's blaming Bucky Barnes, because Cody's gonna be like, oh, Bucky did this. We should probably lock him up. And Steve's like, no, Bucky didn't. He was with me. So. And I know Crossbones is probably going to be involved. Black Panther's probably going to be involved. And how is our conflict resolved? Because, I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, if you're watching this and the movie has been released and you have seen it, you know. But I don't know. I had two theories, one of which was disproven, and I wasn't sure if Marvel was going to do the second one. So the first one is the comic book situation, in which Captain America surrenders to Tony, and on the way to his trial is assassinated by Crossbones. Spoilers. Whoops. I don't know if Marvel would do this. Chris Evans has, like, one more movie left in his contract. I don't know. I do want to see Sebastian Stan take the role of Captain America. Yeah. But I don't want to see Chris Evans go, because Chris Evans is a wonderful actor, and yeah. And my second theory, which was the one that was disproven, is the opposite of the comic book situation, and where Tony would instead be killed. I don't want to see any of the characters die. I really don't. But people have to die, and I thought for a minute maybe Tony would be the one who wouldn't walk away. But Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming next year, which kind of like, yeah, no, he's not going to die. You can't just kill off Robert Downey Jr. And Cap has a lot of strong relationships in the MCU, and a lot of them are about to be ripped to shreds. I mean, Tony, you've got Bucky. It's gonna be really interesting. But one of the things that's going to break my heart the most is that Natasha Romanoff trusts Steve Rogers so much, and they're best friends, and Natasha goes and she's on Team Iron Man. I mean, I might get her decision. I understand her decision, but at the same time, this is going to break somebody's heart. And how does this shape her relationship with Steve? Because they're best friends, they're co-workers, they're teammates, they're co-leaders of the Avengers. And they're just on separate sides now. How is that going to work? How is that going to shape the future? I don't know. I'm excited to find out, though. And the last thing is, if you don't know, Peggy Carter's gonna die. Like, there's footage of Steve at her funeral as a pallbearer. I'm not ready for this, but it's going to happen. I'm going to be very sad. But he just got Bucky back, and now Peggy's dead, and this is going to break his heart. This is going to break everyone's heart. Ah! It's gonna break my heart. Okay, and there are 2 end credits sequences, apparently. One will be with the Civil War characters, and one will be for either Spider-Man or Doctor Strange. I don't know. Personally, I'm rooting for Spider-Man. Benedict Cumberbatch is great, but Spider-Man. Okay, that's all I got. Hopefully by this time next week, I might have seen the movie. I will be able to give a spoiler-free review, and the week after that, I will do a spoiler review, which may involve crying. So, fair warning, 2 weeks in advance. Hope you enjoy. Bye.